you know how you want to do something, but it's like you don't have that push. So it was like, yeah, I knew I needed therapy because my behavior was radical. Like the things that I do, they were like, nah, you can't possibly be, you know, be in your right state of mind doing the shit that I was doing. You know, I was bugging. Since a youngin', I was bugging. Like, bro, I used to be bugging. Like, even when I started, like, the drug use and all that, bro, like, I had a radical behavior, bro. Like, it was never not just one. It was, even when I was on perk, it was never one perk. So, it was, like, multiple. I'm like, why am I like this? Or even when I get mad, I used to get super angry. So, I needed to find out what is the core. What is causing me to get so angry? So, like I said, I always wanted therapy. I always wanted to get therapy. But, you know, it's hard for somebody to just be like, okay, I'm going to go look up a therapist and I'm going to find a therapist. It's like, nah, coming where we come from, it's hard for you to say, okay, I want to get some therapy or I'm going to go look for a therapist. No, I had a job that the opportunity presented itself, and the job required us to kind of see therapy because of the type of work we were doing. You know, it was a lot of trauma involved, so you needed to start talking. So fortunately for me, that was my like that was the gateway, right? That was the gateway into therapy for me. So fortunately, I was able to get a therapist, and I opened up with her. You know, I'll pause. So I realized that it started as a child. It started from the things that I experienced as a kid. So when you're able to map out the things that caused you pain, you're able to do something about it. Because it's like, okay, now you know what you're going to do about it. You know, now you know what's causing you pain. You know what you're going to do now. So knowing it gives you that power over it. Because now you have a choice. Am I going to be still angry or am I going to let this go? 9 out of 10 times it's best for you to let it go. But you have to know, where does it come from? You know, why am I so angry? What happened in your life course that made you so angry? And you know, therapy helped me find that out. I had a clue, but going to therapy helped me line it up. Like, okay, this is why you do this is why you do that. I'm gonna give you an example, right? I had a hard time keeping friends or friendships, and I didn't understand why. I'm like, why don't get attached to people? I'm always quick to, like, I ain't feeling that. So I'll push people away, and I didn't know why. So part of the therapy helped me map out that it's because I have abandonment issues, you know, since a kid. And this stems from going back from my mom leaving, having to come to America when I was a kid, me having to stay with my aunt, then my father leaving. So y'all can see where it stems. Since a kid, I had trust issues because everybody that I loved left. So that affected me with my relationship growing up because I already expected that before it even happened. I already planted that in my head, like, nah, they already gonna leave. Like, nah, they gonna leave. That shit don't mean nothing. They gonna leave. So it's like I projected things that didn't even exist. So I created more problems that didn't even exist. Because that's the thing. Mental health, that's how mental health, like, that's how it fucks with you. You create scenarios that don't exist. When you sit there and think about it, you create the problem. The problem is not even there. You start thinking in the future about what you think is gonna happen. You don't know that for sure. So it's like understanding that. If you understand it, you can control it because you can always come back to the present moment. And that's what kind of therapy taught me, to stay in the present. To remember, like, hold on. You're thinking about what's gonna happen tomorrow. Right now at this moment, you're good. Right now at this moment, you're breathing. You're looking alive. You're looking at the wall. The wall is white. The cameraman is looking at me. He's recording. You know what I'm saying? I got a microphone in front of me. I know that I'm in the present moment. You know what I mean? So why am I thinking about something in the future that's causing me anxiety? It hasn't happened yet. It's not there yet. So why am I focusing on it? So it's like when you catch yourself going through that, just come back to the present moment, you know. And those are things that I learned from therapy. So that's the reason why I advocate for therapy, because I'm not gonna say that therapy is gonna fix every problem in the world, because I'll be lying, you know. But I could say this: if you give it your all and you try what your therapist is telling you, if you actually connect with your therapist, that's another thing too. You have to connect with the person that is giving you therapy. You can't just open up to anybody. You have to connect. Luckily for me, through the grace of God, I connected with my therapist. You know, so being that I was able to connect, I was able to be open, pause, to the advice, to all the advice that she was giving me. You know what I'm saying? You know, I gotta say pause. I don't know the audience. I don't know the age range of the audience. I don't want you to make me.
Open up them legs and shit.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be no meme or none of that. You know what I'm saying? This ain't none of that. This check your mental. We ain't gonna traumatize nobody else. All right? All right, yeah, but damn, man, I lost my train of thought. You gotta connect with your therapist, because once you connect with them on a different level, you're able to talk freely, you know. And when they suggest things to do, like little techniques, try them. You know what I mean? Don't be like, nah, I'm not doing that shit. That shit ain't gonna work. Then it's not gonna work. You already put that in the atmosphere that it's not gonna work. So guess what? It's not gonna work. So no matter what you do, it won't work, because you already said it won't work. So therapy, man, I recommend it. You know, I recommend that. Don't live life wondering like, okay, I'm just angry because I'm just like that, and accept that. Don't accept that. And that's the message that I want to leave, right? Don't accept that I'm just like this because I'm like this, or I'm like this because my father's like this and I'm like this. I'm just like my father. Nah, that's not an excuse, man. Find out why are you so angry. Find out why your father was so angry. Find out if maybe you guys could get some family therapy and go to therapy together and break that cycle, man, of just being misinformed. Break that cycle of being misinformed. You know, you're not crazy if you're going to therapy. That's some bullshit. I don't know who the fuck made that shit up, but that's some bullshit. You're not crazy if you go talk. What? Therapy, man. Go get your therapy, man. Find out why. Find out why am I like this. Stop accepting it. Don't accept it. It's not acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm like this just cause, man. I'm angry now, man, because fuck everybody. Now I don't fuck with people. And I'm Mr. Rough. Nah, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. You're angry, B. You're angry, you need to talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Check your mental, man. We out of here.